been throughout from morning. The Reserve Bank, along with the National Payments Corporation of India, has launched the Unified Payments Interface. What it means is we can make person-to-person and institution-to-institution payments without even quoting the bank account. Nandan Nilekani, the man who launched the Aadhaar account or the Aadhaar in India, was at the launch of this function today, and our correspondent Ritu Singh caught up with Nandan Nilekani as well as with AP Hota, the chief of the National Payments Corporation of India, which actually is the entity which is operating the unified payments. Let's catch a glimpse of that conversation.
By June end, all the 29 banks who had initially opted for UPI would be ready. Thereafter, we would be expanding. UPI has certain new features like immediate collect, virtual address, single-click two-factor authentication, the four-party model, in the sense one bank can acquire the customer of other banks purely for the purpose of payment services. So this way, there are a few revolutionary ideas which are there in the UPI, and we believe that this will lead to higher degree of adoption of mobile for various kinds of payments.
The payments interface is based using Aadhaar as a unique ID.
That is one of the choices. Actually, when you make a payment or when you get a request, you can use the Aadhaar number, of course, but you can also use the standard bank account number, IFSC code. You can use the mobile number. You can use the debit card number, that's a RuPay card, or you can use something very revolutionary called the virtual payment address, which allows you to create your own addresses, which ultimately link to an account, but you don't have to expose your customer number or customer details to the merchant.
While Aadhaar has crossed the 1 billion mark now, by when? The next question is, do you hope to cover the entire 1.2 billion population?
Well, that's for the government to answer that, but I think there is a big commitment, and I think it's a matter of time now. With billion now, it's really getting the balanced people into the system. But a lot of the adults are all mostly in the system. It's really the children who are not in Aadhaar yet, and that will take some time. But I think now the big thing is how it will be used by the government for subsidy reforms like LPG, kerosene, fertilizer, food, electricity, water, and so on. And also, I think now the whole revolution in the financial sector will use Aadhaar and eKYC very strongly. All the new payment banks will use this infrastructure. So we're seeing the next phase of use of this beyond government to regulated sectors like banking, insurance, and telecom, where they're talking about SIM cards with eKYC.
Okay, let's get you a few commodity